सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, आनंद गुरु गोस्वामी की जय, नामाचार्य श्री रविदास ठाकुर की जय, प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपनाथ श्याम सुंदर राधा कुंड की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवदीप धाम की जय, गंगा माई की जय, यमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, सावेद भक्तवृंद की जय, all glories to Krishna, all glories
The following is a class on the Bhagavad Gita as it is, 4th chapter, text number 4, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on March 24th, 1974, in Bombay, India.
Aparang bhavatu janma, parang janma vivassata, kathametad vijaniyang, tamadu pruktavaniti. Arjuna knew it perfectly well that Krishna, his friend, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But to clarify the matter for others, because those who are not devotees, they cannot understand Krishna or Bhagavad Gita. That we have explained in the previous verse. Krishna says that the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita is a great mystery, rahasam. But because you are my devotee and because you are my friend, therefore I am again speaking to you the same yoga system which was long millions of years ago I spoke to the sun god. Imam vivassati yogam prastavan aham abhayam. It is lost now. Sakalena yoganashta parantapa. Because the parampara system has been diverted or misused, therefore it is now lost. But still, I shall again repeat the same yoga system, which is very old, Purana. Although I spoke it first to Vibhushan, the sun god. Vibhushan is the present sun god or the president. Just like you have got the president in your country, the Americans, they have got their president. Similarly, each and every planet has got its president. The present president is called Vibhushan. Of course, their duration of life is very great, greater than ours. But still, they are also human being. They are also living being, having a different type of body. They can live in that sun planet, although it is fiery. That I have already explained. The children must not talk. So Arjuna knew it perfectly well. Because there are foolish men like me, they cannot understand that Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita millions of years ago to the sun god. We immediately say these are all story. But it is not story, it is fact. Therefore, Krishna, to clarify the matter, Arjuna, to clarify matter to the fools like us, is asking this question that, my dear Krishna, we are contemporary, as I am born some years ago, you are also born some years ago, we are cousin brothers, so how can I believe that you spoke this science or the yoga system of Bhagavad Gita to the sun god? Suppose if I say, just now I coming from sun planet and I talk to sun god, will you believe me? When he is talking nonsense. He is coming from sun planet. So, this is possible to inquire by the layman, because people understand Krishna is like us. Avajananti magamudha manusem tanumasitam param bhavam ajanam. We accept Krishna, general people. Sometimes we do not accept. There are many so-called scholars. they say that there was no Krishna. It is all fictitious. There was no battlefield of Kurukshetra. It is all fictitious. They imagine their own meaning. But that is not the fact. Krishna is also historical. At the same time, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These things cannot be understood unless one is a devotee. Therefore, in the previous verse, it has been said, Bhaktosi. The mystery of Bhagavad Gita can be opened, disclosed to the devotees, not to the non-devotees. The non-devotees may speculate in their specific platform of activities as politician or as mundane philosopher or mundane scientist, but that is not the fact. The fact should be learned from the devotees of Krishna. Therefore, we are presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is, and it is being accepted all over the world. We have the greatest sale of our edition, this Bhagavad Gita. Just 3 months before, I got report in London, in 2 months, we sold about 30,000 copies. And the trades manager of Macmillan Company, he has sent me later that while the other editions, they are diminishing, this edition is increasing by sale. Why? Because it is presented as it is, without any wrong interpretation. People are appreciating. This is a fact. So, people do not believe that Krishna is a historical person, at the same time he is the Supreme Personality of God. They think that he is a very learned man or a great politician or a beautiful man like that. Avajananti manamurha manusim tanumasita param bhavamajana. They do not understand the background of Krishna. So this thing is being clarified by the question of Arjuna. Aparang bhavato janma. You are born along with me, you are my contemporary. And parang janma vivasata. And the sun god or the president of the sun, Mr. Vivashan, he is long, long ago. How can I believe that you talked with him? This is the question. Aparang bhavato janma, parang janma vivasataha, katham etad vijaniya. How I shall believe it? Yes. This is possible to inquire like that. Tamadu praktavan iti. You first of all spoke this. This is the difference between God and the living entity. God does not forget. We forget. This answer will be the next verse. Bahuni me batitani janmani tavacha arjuna tani aham veda sarvani. I understand, I know everything. In another place Krishna that I know the past, present, future. That is knowledge. Knowledge means, perfect knowledge means past, present and future. There are many foretelling in the Srimad Bhagavatam about this Kali Yuga. They are stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Means future. Srimad Bhagavatam was written 5,000 years ago. Still, what was stated at that time, they are coming to be true. That is called Shastra. Past, present and future. So Krishna knows everything. Vedaham samiti tani. He says that I know everything, past, present and future. That is perfect knowledge. Why you are hankering after Krishna? Because he is perfect. We are not perfect. We have got so many deficiencies. We commit mistake. We are illusion. We cheat. And our senses are imperfect. We cannot acquire knowledge by sense perception perfectly. So with so many imperfectness, if we try to become a teacher, then I am a cheater, I am not a teacher. We must know first of all. So we are receiving knowledge from Krishna because Krishna is accepted, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and with perfection of knowledge. So here the matter is being clarified, and Krishna is answering also that Bahuni me janmani batitani. Krishna appears, Krishna says, Jada jada hi dharma sabrani bhavati bharata tadatmanam sijamaham. He comes on this planet or in this universe. When he comes in this universe, he comes on this planet. There are innumerable universes, not one, but innumerable. So there is a rotation of Krishna's coming here. Just like the sun rotates every 24 hours, he is visible in the morning. Just like here, just now it is 8:30. At 6 o'clock in the morning, the sun will be visible. Everyone can say, any experienced man, this is not foretelling by experience. Any child can say that tomorrow at 6 o'clock the sun will appear. Similarly, the Shastra says at such and such time Krishna will come. One who knows, one who does not know how will say. But there are indications. In Brahma's one day Krishna appears on the Dapur Yuga. So therefore Krishna says, Bahuni me janmani, Bahuni me batitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. You have also passed many births, and I have also many times appeared. And because we are friends, we appear together. That is also fair. But the difficulty is, Tani ahanga veda. I know all those things. When I appeared last, what did I do? And when I shall again appear, these things known to me. Tani ahanga veda. Sarvani, past, present and future, I know everything. Natu nattanga vedha parantapa. Although you are a great warrior, parantapa. Parantapa means one who can get, and one can give trouble to the enemies. Parantapati. So, although you are a very great warrior, a great personality, but you cannot know this. You cannot know this. That is the difference between you and me. That is the difference between God and the living entity. We had our past life, because Dehantara Prapti, we have changed our body, and we shall change this body also. After annihilation of this body, Bhasansi Jinnani Jatha Vihaya, old garments, old cloth, when it is too old, unusable, then we give it up. We accept another new cloth. Similarly, when this body becomes unusable, then we change our body. We get another new body. This is the way of transmigration of the soul. This is a fact. Dehinasmin yatha dehi kaumara jovanam jara tatha dehantara prati dhirastatva namayati. The dehantara prati is there. But we have forgotten what I was in my last life. That I cannot say. Neither I can say what kind of body I am going to get next. That I cannot say. Our knowledge is so imperfect that we cannot say. But Krishna can say, past, present and future. It is said here. Tani ahanga veda sarvani. Everything. Sarvani means I veda, sarvani means past, present and future. Now we can derive conclusion that, how is that? Krishna appears like human being, and we are also human being, the same 2 hands, 2 legs, 1 head. How is that he knows everything and I do not know? The conclusion should be derived like this, that we forget because we change our body. Just like I was a child, you were a child, every one of us. We did so many things in our childhood, but we have forgotten. With the change of the body, the activities of my past body is forgotten. This is a fact. Similarly, when we change this body, we get another body, we forget. But why Krishna has not forgotten? That means he does not change his body. This should be the conclusion. This should be the conclusion from right logical point of view. I forget because I change my body. Krishna does not forget, he does not change his body. This should be the conclusion. And Krishna says also that Sambhavami Atmamaya, I appear and disappear by my own energy. We are forced by the other energy. Just like I have got human body now. Now I shall have to change my body after my death. That change of body is not in my hand. Actually it is in my hand. Because according to karma, if I work nicely, then we get good body. And if we do not work nicely, then we get bad body. That is, we can understand from the Shastra. Urdham gachanti sattvastva. How we can understand? Shastra chakkhusyat. You have to see through the Shastra. Otherwise you have no eyes to see past, present, future. Just as astrology. Astrology, by calculation, through the Shastra, astrological calculation can say what you were in your past life and what you will become in your next life. There is astrological system. They can say like that. So, through the Shastra, by that calculation, we can understand. So, what is that? The total is the urdham gachanti sattvastva, those who are situated in the modes of goodness, Brahminical qualification. Sattva, sama, dama, titikha, arjava, jnanam, vijnanam, astikam, brahma karma sabhava. If we remain perfectly a Brahmin, truthful, clean, sattam saucham, sama, sense controlling, mind controlling, sattam samsau, samam damam, titikha, tolerance, arjava, simplicity, jnanam, full knowledge, vijnanam, application of knowledge in life, vijnanam, astikam, full knowledge of the absolute truth, astikam, brahma karma sabhava. If we remain in this qualification, Brahminical qualification, this is called sattastha, situated in the satogun. The rajagun and tamagun cannot conquer. In that situation, you will be elevated to the higher planets. This is Shastra says. Urdham gachanti sattastha, madhye tishtanti rajasa, and the middle planetary system. This earthly planet is the middle. Bhur, bhuva, sa, up to sargulo. So, if we remain in the modes of passion, then within these planets we may rotate. And jaganna gunavittista adho gachanti tamasa. Those who are tamasa, because they have got very abominable characters. The abominable character is described in the Shastra: sinful life, illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. These are the four pillars of abominable life. Tamasi. The Shastra says, tamasi ma jyotirgam. So if we remain in this tamasi, then jaganna gunavittistha adho gachanti tamasa. Adho gachanti means lower planetary system or animal life, degraded life, abominable life, low grade life, we shall get. This is this samansa. But we do not know, although we do not know, but the nature's law will oblige me to accept a body. Like that. Karmana daivana trena janta deha upapatti. We get another body according to the karma we are performing now. So, Arjuna is a devotee. That has been explained in the previous. Bhaktosi. Bhaktosi me sakha cheti. Arjuna is not only a devotee, not ordinary devotee, but personal friend. Arjuna is personal friend of Krishna. Bhaktosi sakha cheti. Therefore, Krishna says, Tani bahuni me batitani janmani tavachaj. You are my bhakta and personal friend. So whenever I appear, you also appear with me. Because he is bhakta. Bhakta and Bhagavan, they must be together. That is the advantage of bhakta. Although he has got the frailty, because living entity is the minute particle of God, Mamaivangsa Jiva. Therefore, his intelligence, his power is also very minute. But God's power is unlimited. By unlimited power, Krishna knows the past, future and present, everything perfectly. But our limited knowledge, we cannot know that. Therefore, we have to receive knowledge from Krishna. This is our position. Tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva vigachet samitpani surutiyam brahmanishtam. So we have to approach either Krishna or Krishna's representative. Then we can understand Krishna. Otherwise, simply by mental speculation, by so-called erudite scholarship, nobody can know. Panthastu kuti satavatsa sampragamya vayurathapi manaso munipangavana sappastija prapadasena avichinta tatte govindamadi purisam tamangaya. Even just like you go by aeroplane, this is air speed, there is another speed. Panthastu koti satavat samprag vayurathapi manaso munipanga. There is another speed, mind speed. We have experience of the light speed, of the air speed, but we do not know what is the mind speed. Mind speed is so strong that within a second you can go many millions of miles, within a second. And you can understand, if the mind speed is so strong, how much the speed of spirit is so strong. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Takta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti kauntiya. If you become fully conversant with Krishna consciousness, the result will be Takta deham, just giving up this body. Just immediately after this. Takta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti. Others, those who are not Krishna conscious, they will accept another material body. Immediately they will have to enter into the womb of a mother, particular mother. Daivanetren. As soon as decision is made by superior power, that this living entity has done such and such things, he should be promoted or degraded, he should enter into such mother's body through the seminar of the father. So immediately he is given place in the material body of a mother. But those who are Krishna conscious, immediately they are transferred where Krishna is there. This is the process. Immediately, by spiritual force, takta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti kaunteya. Mameti, immediately comes to me. Krishna is there. Within this material world, he is also there. In some of the universes, there are innumerable universes I have already explained. Somewhere he is there. So, a devotee, just after giving this body, giving up this body, immediately is transferred to that universe where Krishna is there. And when he is trained up, then he again is transferred to the Goloka Vrindavan in the spiritual sky. These are the description of Sanatana Goswami in Bhagavatam. How a living entity. So, in this way, we are changing our body. But because we are minute particle of Krishna, we have got qualities of Krishna, not 10%, 78%. When they are perfect, so minute quantity, then we can also become a little more advanced than at the present moment, but not like Krishna. Krishna is 10% perfect. We can become minutely perfect, 78%. These are all analyzed by the Goswami. So, in the present stage, our conditioned state, there is no comparison with Krishna. What to speak of becoming Krishna? The rascal, foolish persons, they claim that they have become Krishna. It is not possible. This is the defect, that we forget. They ask so many incarnations of God about his past life. They cannot speak. So this is the qualification of God. He knows past, present and future. And those are false gods. They cannot say. That is not possible. This is the test. They are claiming, falsely claiming. But God means He knows. His body does not change. He knows past, present, future means His body does not change. Why it does not change? That is described in this heart. Ishara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Vigraha means body. Form. This transcendental form is made of Satchit Ananda. Sachidananda. Sat means eternal, eternity. Om Tat Sat. So, Sat Chit. Chit means full of knowledge. Full of knowledge, yeah. Tani Aham Veda, Sarvani. This is called Chit. He knows everything. Past, present and future. Sat Chit and Ananda. You see Krishna's form here. Ananda, he is enjoying. This is real Krishna's form. He is always enjoying. Anandamaya Bhyasat. In the Vedanta Sutra it is said. The Anandamaya. Krishna's real form, the Krishna's form in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, that is not Krishna's real form. That is Krishna's Vasudev form. Krishna expands Vasudev Sankarshan Anuruddha in that way. So, this is a great science, Krishna science. If you are interested, there are books you can study and you can understand what is Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Brahmabhut person. 1 page is 1.5 page. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada was discussing based on Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, 4th verse. So, Prabhupada was making a point. Arjuna knew it perfectly well that Krishna is his friend. And he makes a point that why Arjuna is asking this question, how can I believe that you spoke this science of the yoga system Bhagavad Gita to Sun God? He's asking this question that, my dear Krishna, we are contemporary, although is a devotee, but still is asking this question. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Actually, Arjuna knows that Krishna is Supreme Person of Godhead, but he's asking this question to Krishna again for all of us who don't know, all others who are fools like us.
Hari Bol. Yes. So although Arjuna is a devotee, he is asking this question so that those who are not aware, they can understand. Krishna is repeating this thing. He had spoken it to Sun God Vivaswan. But still Krishna is repeating this thing to Arjuna. So Prabhupada told one reason. Why is again repeating it to Arjuna, although he had spoken it millions of years back? Why only Arjuna? Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, because in the previous verse, Krishna says that the chain of disciplic succession was broken and this knowledge was lost. So Lord Krishna is again repeating to Arjuna the same knowledge.
Why? So that is the question. That is one reason. There is another important reason.
Why to
Prabhupada.
Krishna? Why to Arjuna only?
Yes.
Because he's a devotee of the Lord and he's friend of the Lord.
Haribo. So Krishna says, the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita is a great mystery, rahasyam. But because you are my devotee and because you are my friend, therefore I am again speaking you the same system of yoga. Then Prabhupada was making a point, present modern man may not believe about sun god, about his reality. So Prabhupada gives an analogy to explain the existence of sun god logically. To support the, yes Prabhuji, Rajkumar.
Like every country has a president, in the same way Sun planet also has the president whose name is Vivaswan. Like that was.
Yes. Haribol. So Prabhupada says, Vivaswan is a president, sun god, or the president. Just like if you have got the president in your country, similarly, in each and every planet, there is a president. And they can live in such sun planet, although it is fiery. Hare Krishna. Then Prabhupada was making a point. Why, for a layman, it becomes tough to believe that Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to sun god. He begins this point. Yes, Vishwakirtibo.
Because they consider Krishna as a historical person, not a God. Avajananti Mamuda.
That is one of the reasons. Prabhupada quotes one more reason. Yes.
Prabhupada says that, suppose if I say that I just met sun god and came and I just met him. So you will say this is just a story, like you will not believe me. So that is...
What Prabhupada brings a point from there, like I went to sun god. Yes.
One needs to be devotee of Lord to understand that.
That is there. Surely, Prabhupada makes a point. For a layman, it becomes tough to believe that Krishna spoke to sun god. So surely because we are devotees, we can believe that Krishna spoke it to sun god. But for a layman, it becomes difficult. Abhishek Prabhu made a point. Yes, Prabhuji.
Layman thinks Krishna is also a layman like him. He tends to think Krishna to be an ordinary human being. So he thinks, how can anybody do such a thing?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada is telling about this, what all of you told, that if I tell that I've gone to sun god, I'm your contemporary, I'm staying with you. But that is not the case with Krishna. Krishna is not only historical, but he can, after many lifetimes also, he can remember the things. Hari Bol. So Prabhupada is making, again, reiterating this. So if the layman wants to know about Krishna, how he can come to that point of knowing this knowledge, believing in this knowledge. Prabhupada says a solution for it. He has no faith that Krishna is God, but Prabhupada makes a point, a solution. What is the solution for such people who are unaware of Krishna's supremacy? Yes.
We have to see through the eyes of Shastra, just through section. Like astrologer, he can foresee future by seeing the Shastra.
Yes, very close. Thank you, Prabhuji. So we have to see from Shastras, but Shastras we get from whom? Yes, Krishna and devotees. So Prabhupada makes a point. The fact should be learned from the devotees of Krishna. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada made another point regarding distribution of his edition of Macmillan Company. This edition is increasing by sale. Why? Yes, Sudhamanapu.
It was increasing because Prabhupada presented it as it is without any mental concoctions.
Haribo. Because it is presented as it is without any wrong interpretation, people are appreciating this is a fact. Then Prabhupada quoted that after many, many lifetimes, Krishna has taken, Arjuna also has taken, and is out of 6 opulences, the fact that Krishna is remembering the knowledge after many lifetimes also, but Arjuna is not remembering it. So which of the opulences of the 6 opulence is being highlighted by Krishna in this pastime of speaking Bhagavata again? He spoke to Sun God, again he is speaking to Arjuna. Yes,
we are changing our body, but Krishna is not changing.
Yes, surely. So which opulences of Krishna out of 6 opulences? Strength, fame. Yes, Manish.
Opulence of knowledge. Krishna is all knowledge.
Haribo. So the God does not forget, we forget. This answer will be in the next verse. I understand, I know everything. In another place, Krishna says, I know past, present, and future. That is knowledge. So the opulence of knowledge is being highlighted by Krishna here. Then Prabhupada defined what is perfect knowledge. We also gain a lot of knowledge from present world. But Prabhupada was telling about what is perfect knowledge. And he gave an example.
Hare Krishna. Knowing past, present and future. This is perfect knowledge.
Haribol. And what example he gave? Past, present, future.
So we have about sun example. Sun is coming every day morning at 6 o'clock.
He gives little later, but for this he gave an example of one scripture. Which scripture Prabhupada spoke about? Srimad Bhagavatam. Haribol. Knowledge means perfect knowledge, past, present and future. There are many foretelling in the Srimad Bhagavatam about this Kali Yuga. They are stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam was written 5000 years ago. Still, what was stated at that time, they are coming to be true. That is called Shastra. Past, present and future. So Krishna knows everything. Then Prabhupada, based on this, he told, why you are hankering after Krishna? He told this because of this reason we are hankering after Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
Because he is perfect.
Haribol. Yes, this is one reason. And another reason, compared to us, Prabhupada made a comparison. He is perfect. Yes, Prabhuji. Haribol. So Krishna is Supreme Person of Godhead. He is completely perfect. Perfection of knowledge exists in him. And second thing, compared to us, we have many deficiencies, we commit mistakes, we are illusioned, we cheat, and senses are imperfect. Therefore, we are receiving knowledge from Krishna because Krishna has accepted the Supreme Personality of Godhead with perfection of knowledge. Prabhupada was quoting this shloka, the next shloka, Bahuni me janmani vititani. Krishna appears again and again, yada yada hi dharmasya. He comes on this planet to protect the religion. When he comes in this universe, he comes on this planet. There are innumerable universes, not one, but innumerable. So, what analogy Prabhupada was giving to tell this? So, there is a rotation of Krishnas coming here in this material world in innumerable universes. So, he gave an analogy. Yes, Tribangopal.
Prabhupada said that if we know that now, I mean, when he was speaking that time, the time was night 8:30. He said that tomorrow morning 6 o'clock we'll be able to see the sun. We know it for sure by experience. Similarly, Shastras say that on 28th day, Lord of Brahmas within the Brahmas day, 28th millennium within Brahmas day, Lord appears in Dwapar Yuga. So in that way we can also confirm from Shastras.
Haribo. So one who doesn't know, for him there is an indication in Shastras. And therefore, we can understand from this analogy of how sun keeps on rotating in different places, Krishna also appears. The prediction is there in Shastras. Then Prabhupada quoted the difference between Krishna and Arjuna. Although Arjuna is Parantapa. So what Prabhupada defined Parantapa as? How Prabhupada defined Parantapa as? Yes, Prabhuji, Antardeep.
Parantapa means one who can give trouble to the enemies.
Yes. Although Arjuna can rebel. Parantapati. So although he is a great warrior, he can cause trouble to enemies. Still Prabhupada told there is a difference between Arjuna and Krishna. So what is the difference? Although he is called as Parantapa, he is a great personality. But still, there is a difference. Yes, Abhishek Prabhu?
Prabhupada is saying Krishna says Aham Veda Sarvani. He knows everything, whereas you don't know. Navettam Parantapa.
Yes. Haribo. Taniham Veda Sarvani. Sarvani means past, present and future. I know everything. But Arjuna may not know everything. So based on Krishna's and Arjuna's comparison, Prabhupada brings a very important mechanism or philosophy which is very relevant for all of us. So based on Arjuna is Parantapa, but he is not remembering. But Krishna is remembering everything. So why Arjuna is not remembering, but why Krishna is remembering? So what is that mechanism from? Yes, Prabhuji.
Krishna, as earlier I told, Krishna is not changing his body, but Arjuna is changing his body.
Haribo! Yes, this is a way of transmigration of the soul. That is a fact. Krishna doesn't change his body, therefore he is divine. Although Arjuna is his associate, but still he changes body, therefore he doesn't remember. Then Prabhupada was telling we change bodies based on 3 modes. So what is the destination of personalities in 3 modes? What happens to the person who is in Sattva Guna? Yes. Along with Shloka, you can decide. So destination of the people with?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Sattvam adogachati sattvastam madhye tishtanti rajasani adogachanti tamasam.
Haribol. So who is in Sattva Guna? They go to higher planets. And those are in Rajaguna, they are in the same this place. And then those are in Tamaguna, having abominable characteristics like breaking 4 Hindu principles, illicit sex, intoxication, meditating, gambling. Then they Adho gachanti, lower planetary systems are animal life, degraded life, abominable life, low grade life. That is the sum and substance. We are obliged to accept a body according to the karma. Then Prabhupada is making this point. After telling this thing, again he comes back to that point that Krishna spoke Bhagavatam to Arjuna because Arjuna is a devotee. What is the advantage of bhakta? Although he has got some frailties, there are some deficiencies, like Krishna can remember his past, but a devotee cannot remember his past. But there is an advantage of bhakta. So what is the advantage of bhakta? Prabhupada quoted. Yes, Prabhupada.
Bhakta come with Krishna, which means when Krishna come in human form, Bhakta also come with him.
Haribo. So because he is a Bhakta, Bhakta and Bhagavan, they must be together. That is the advantage of Bhakta. Although he has got frailties. So Krishna also appears along with him. Arjuna also appears. So there are some frailties we are dealing that a devotee may not remember, or a mundane person may not remember this knowledge that Krishna is Supreme Person of Godhead. So Prabhupada writes, how one can awaken that knowledge. What he should do to awaken that knowledge. He tells 2 steps to awaken that knowledge. He can awaken that knowledge from 2 personalities. Anybody else? A person who is ignorant about Krishna's personality, he can awaken that knowledge from 2 personalities. Yes, Abhijit Prabhu.
From Krishna or Krishna's representative.
Haribo! So Prabhupada says, one can receive knowledge from Krishna, or he quoted a shloka for approaching Krishna's representative.
Tad vijnanartham sa guru meva gacchit.
Yes, what is the translation, bro?
For knowing the absolute truth, Vigyan, we must approach the spiritual master.
Haribo! And simply by mental speculation, we cannot erudite scholarship. Nobody can know Krishna. What shloka Prabhupada quoted from Brahma Samhita? Yes, Prabhuji.
पंथस्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसं प्रगम्य वायुरथापि मनसो मुनिपुंगवानां सोप्यस्तियत् प्रपदसिं न विचिन्त्य तत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
Yes, Prabhuji. Essence you can tell, Prabhuji. Yes.
In a sense that if mental speculator, even at the speed of mind, if he speculates, still he cannot reach to the effulgence of the toe of the lotus feet of the Lord.
Haribo. The next 2 paragraphs, Prabhupada was making this point, taking that mind speed is so strong. It can go to many places. So what is the benefit of being a devotee? And what is the benefit of not being a devotee? Based on this Pantasya Kotisavas, this one, mind speed, Prabhupada quoted, what is the advantage? Yes.
Because the devotee goes to the Krishna after death. Immediately.
And what? Yes. And what shloka Prabhupada quoted for substantiating that? Immediately devotee who remembers, he goes back home, back to Godhead. Yes, Abhishek Prabhu.
Tyakta deham punarjanma naiti mameti.
So Arjuna, Haribo! So this is the glory of remembering Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So, in the today's talk, Srila Prabhupada just infers one scene from Bhagavad Gita. What is the scene? Krishna is standing, Arjuna is standing. And Krishna is telling Arjuna that millions of years ago I gave the same knowledge what I am giving you today. I gave it to whom? Sun God. And what is the response of Arjuna? Okay. So, Arjuna portraying the situation of a conditioned soul like any of us in this world. He says, Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvatah katam etat vijaneyam tvamadav proktavaniti. How do I understand, Krishna, that million years ago you gave this knowledge to Vivaswan? You and me are present at the contemporary time. Like that Arjuna is asking. That's all. This is the one scene Prabhupada takes. And then how beautifully he brings out lessons for us. So, one of the things he says is, he takes a personality Krishna, then he takes personality Arjuna. And individually he analyzes. You will see that, Krishna has a Sachidananda body, Sachidananda Vigraha body. He doesn't change bodies. He comes with his self-same body when he comes to this world. On the other hand, Arjuna and all of us, we all change bodies from one life to another. And when we change bodies, we identify with the new bodies. In this life, I think I am a man, I am fair, I am short, like that we think like that. In another life, I may be tall, body may be tall. So we identify with the body, therefore we forget the previous lifetimes. But Krishna doesn't forget the previous lifetime. He comes in the self-same body. That's one thing he says. Another thing he says, Krishna is a Trikala Jnani. I mean, he knows past, present and future. Krishna declares it. Whereas Arjuna also comes with Krishna many times as Narayan Rishi, if you see. Nara is Arjuna. Narayan is Krishna. Now here the same couple, Narayan has come here as Krishna and Arjuna. But Krishna remembers it all, Arjuna doesn't remember. So first thing Prabhupada brings about Krishna is, here he comes in his self-same body, Sachidananda body. Secondly, he says, he remembers past, present, future, whereas conditioned souls cannot remember past, present, future. Thirdly, he says, Krishna is free from defect, 4 defects, whereas conditioned soul has 4 defects. Because of our imperfect senses and illusion, we cannot remember the past. But Krishna can remember everything because he is all perfect. Conditioned soul is defective, Krishna is all perfect. So, in this way he brings, and then he, after describing about Krishna's glory, he also says that, Krishna gives this knowledge to sun god million years ago. Somebody may immediately get it out. Even in sun planet, are there residents in the sun planet? How can they live? It's full of fire. And he says they have a fiery body. They have a president who is also having a fiery body. Because otherwise, how can you enter into that planet? With this body, we cannot enter. So in this lecture, Prabhupada didn't get into the detail. But in other places, he will say, fish may be thinking, how can anybody live on land without water? Because according to him, if you come out of water, you will die. Similarly, you may wonder, how can anybody live inside the water? If you dunk me in the water for even 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I will die, isn't it? So everybody can flourish in one environment. Similarly, people having fiery body can flourish in fiery environment. That Prabhupada explains elsewhere. In this lecture, he didn't get into that. So, then let's go to Arjuna. Then Prabhupada was telling about Arjuna, Arjuna not able to remember. So here comes a very important point. Prabhupada distinguishes between an ordinary conditioned soul and a devotee. So Arjuna was fully knowledgeable or was he conditioned? What do you think? Arjuna was actually knowledgeable because he has heard from Krishna. He knows everything. Still he asked the question, why? Yeah, actually he knows that many foolish conditioned souls will doubt this point which Krishna made. So for their sake, he is asking question. That's the first thing he said. And then second thing he says, because Arjuna is a devotee, birth after birth he gets to be in the company of Krishna. If one is not a devotee, then one wanders in 8.4 million species of life. And also Prabhupada said, the conditioned souls have defects and they are ignorant. And ignorantly they do punya, papa and everything. They sometimes go to heaven, sometimes go to hell, sometimes in, demigod's body, sometimes in an animal body. They just keep wandering ignorantly like this. So immediately we can understand, oh, I don't want to wander ignorantly, then what I should do? Then you should become a devotee. So how do you become a devotee? By hearing from a devotee. By hearing from a devotee who is a perfect representative of Krishna. Or hear it directly from Krishna or from his representative. Then your knowledge will awaken. And that's all one has to do. It's a very simple process. So in this way, in the devotee side, devotee is also wandering in this world. The ordinary conditioned soul also is wandering, but there's a big difference, gulf of difference between the two. Because if you agree to become a devotee, then Krishna says, Bhakto sive sakha cheti rahasyam yadudutama. So the parama rahasyam of this knowledge, what Krishna is speaking, becomes easily understandable and realizable by one who agrees to become a devotee. So how does one become a devotee? By associating with devotees and by hearing from a devotee. This ignorance can be destroyed, knowledge can be awakened, and we can perfect our life. And then one more thing Prabhupada does in this lecture, you will see. See, I heard that for any lecture or any writing you do, there are 5-6 very vital points which should be taken care to present the subject matter very thoroughly. One of those points is the possible arguments that people may give should be considered in advance, and they should be put on the table and knocked down one by one. Somebody may say, but I am a scholar of Bhagavad Gita. Somebody may say, what Prabhupada says? Scholarship is useless because scholars cannot understand God. Krishna says, Bhakto sime sakachit. Somebody may say, no, I am a Muni. I can meditate sitting in the forest in Himalayas. And then he quotes, Pantastu koti shatavatsar sampragamayo. He says, great Rishis, Munis cannot even see the shining toenail of Krishna. What to speak of seeing Krishna face to face. They cannot understand it. So scholars can't understand. Mental speculators cannot understand. What to speak of the gullible masses who are completely ignorant, wandering like cats and dogs. They will never be able to understand the Lord. Then he brings it to the point, Bhakti amabhijanati. Only a Bhakta can understand the Lord. And to become a Bhakta, one should hear from a Bhakta who is a perfect representative of the Lord. He brings to the point. Now after bringing this, somebody may ask, okay, if I don't hear this knowledge and become a perfect devotee, what am I going to lose? Then he says, Urdham gachanti satvasta, madhye tishtanti rajasa, jaganya gunabattista, adho gachanti tamasa. You will simply go to heavenly planets if you do punya, or you will go to hell if you do papa. You keep rotating in this Ferris wheel of cycle of birth and death, and you will never attain the ultimate destination. If you want to do 1,000,000 lifetimes like that, go ahead with your way. And somebody may say, oh, I don't want that. I want to perfect my life and go back to Godhead. Yes, tyaktva deham punarjanmana iti mameti sojana. Yes, become a devotee. Here in Guru Parampara, the knowledge given by Krishna to Arjuna, and follow that process, what is taught to you. Then Krishna has promised such a devotee, tyaktva deham punarjanmana iti. He doesn't take this punarjanma and the cycle of birth and death. Mameti. He goes back to Krishna. And Prabhupada adds one more word there. Immediately. Immediately, as soon as one leaves the body, one immediately goes back to Krishna. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Rantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki